Anti-joins are essential for identifying missing records, churned users, or orphaned rows. Interviewers use this question to test if a candidate understands how SQL's three-valued logic interacts with in operators, exposing their depth of database knowledge beyond basic syntax. In production data warehousing, isolating missing records across mismatched tables is a daily occurrence. But when interviewers ask you to track non-transactional customer visits, they are secretly checking your defense mechanisms against SQL's three-valued logic. Let's look at why comparison operators collapse when datasets get messy. You write a query selecting the customer and visit count, where the visit ID is not in the transactions table. It looks perfectly logical. But what if just one record in the transactions table has a null visit ID? The entire query collapses and returns 0 rows. This is the not in trap. To fix this, we use the industry-standard anti-join pattern. We perform a left join from visits to transactions on the visit ID. This keeps all visits and attaches transactions where they exist. Then, in the where clause, we explicitly filter for rows where the transaction ID is null. Finally, we group by customer ID and count the visits. This safely and deterministically isolates the missing records. Lock this mental model in. A single null in a not-in subquery destroys your entire result set because of three-valued logic. Always default to left join with is null or not exist for your anti-joins. This proves you write defensive, production-grade SQL. Let's analyze the not-in dangerous approach. Time complexity, O(n)². Space complexity, O(n), fails silently if the subquery contains any null values, often poorly optimized by query planners, leading to nested loop joins. Let's analyze the left join with is null, production standard approach. Time complexity, O(n) log n. Space complexity, O(n). Safe, deterministic, and highly optimized by modern query engines using hash anti-joins. The interviewer will then ask, why is not in dangerous compared to not exists? Because of three-valued logic, if a subquery used with not in returns a null, the engine compares your value to null, which evaluates to unknown. Since where only keeps true, all rows are filtered out. Not exists evaluates to true or false cleanly, avoiding this trap. The interviewer will then ask, which anti-join pattern is generally faster in modern data warehouses? Left join with is null or not exists are usually optimized into anti-join execution plans, like a hash anti-join, which are highly performant. Not in can sometimes force a nested loop depending on the engine, making it slower.